Hello and welcome to the channel. You joined me about 3 or 4 weeks on since I originally built and did a test of this antenna. It's been baking hot or blowing a gale, or generally the bands have been dead, so I couldn't do any on air test till now. It's still baking hot, but there's a competition this weekend. So this is the antenna. It's a multi-band vertical dipole set. If you haven't seen the first video, there's a link above and a link in the description. You need to go and watch that, otherwise this won't make much sense. And there's a link at the end to bring you back here so you won't get lost. So we're going for 20 at the end. So to basically set up the antenna, 20 is at the tip, and that then defines where, if I go down here, where the base of the antenna is, the choke, which you can see here. I've got 20 plugged in. And then once you've got 20 in, it's a case of running the other elements up. So I've got 15 and 17, and they're up equally spaced in thirds up the pole. So we'll get it up in the air and see how we get on. Right, so we're lashed to the back of the car. It's all set up. It's absolutely baking hot. There's the signature 12 going off into the sky. And we've got the coax running back to the garage. Not the best of shacks, but we'll have to make do. We've got the FTDX10, zoom out a bit, and the laptop running Log4OM2. And here you can see on 20, we've got lots of CW and some voice as well. So this is the IARU contest. It's a 24-hour contest. It started today, goes overnight and into Sunday. So hopefully we'll get some contacts. Stop that flashing if I can. There we go. So if you remember, on the antennas we had about an SWR of 1.5, on 17 it was 1.1, and on 15 it was about 1.5 again. So if we get to the band edges we need the tuner, but there's places in the band where we should be okay. Right, I'm going to pull up a chair, have a drink of water and see who we can contact. So just some quick checks. SWR, so this is 100 watts, 1.2, into 200s, quite a bit of frequency, 1.2, move to the middle of the voice, about 1.2, 1.3, top end of the band, 1.2, so that's really good, so pleased with that. Now we'll get a few contacts on 20 and then work up the other bands.
Thanks, United Whiskey 5 Yankee.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
G0 CMN 5929.
Roger 5927, good luck.
Thanks, United Whiskey 5 Yankee.
So that's Ukraine. Band's full. This is Poland. Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Golf 0 Charlie November November 5928.
Roger 5927, good luck.
Thanks, good luck. Sugar Oscar 7.
There's Poland. Someone weak. Who's that?
Okay. 7-3 Oscar Germany 7 Zulu.
So we've got Finland. Golf 0 Charlie November November. Oh, doubled.
Bad correlation. Italy Victor 3 Echo, Mike Echo. Italy Victor 3 Echo, Fox Echo 5918. Thank you, Oscar Germany 7 Zulu.
Golf 0 Charlie November November. Look, it's faded. Golf 0 Charlie November November. Roger 5927, good luck.
7-3 Alabama, Oscar Germany 7 Zulu. Okay, 9 Alpha 0, 9 Alpha 0, Hotel Team 5928. QSL Hotel Alpha 3, Norway United.
So this is Hungary. Golf 0 Charlie November November.
November, November.
Golf 0 Charlie November November 5927.
30 Sierra, Hotel, Hotel Alpha 3 Norway United.
Alpha 5 Japan Italy, Hotel Alpha 5 Juliet Italy, contest.
Golf 0 Charlie November November. Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Mexico Radio Sugar, please report.
Ooh, somebody else. And we're swapping ITU zone. That's the exchange.
Alpha 5, Alpha Radio Sugar, get to you. 5928, 5928.
Unless you're a HQ station and you get a special code.
Thank you, good luck. Hotel Alpha 5 Japan Italy, contest.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
40 Charlie Norway, 5928.
5927, good luck.
5928, good luck. Hotel Alpha 5 Japan Italy, contest.
Right, I'll see if I can find anybody a bit further away, so bear with me a sec. Yeah, I've been up and down the band, loads and loads of European stations on voice there, and down the bottom end. Look at all that CW going on there, so... So we're fine on 20, so the performance that we had when the antenna was on its own, if you watch that video, the single 20-metre one, that's still as good as it was then, which is really good, so I'm pleased with that. Right, I'll plug in 17, see if there's anyone there trying to avoid the contest. So just a case of popping out, unplugging the 20 element and screwing in the 17. Yeah, I think, let's see if there's anyone avoiding the contest on 17. Oh, there's somebody. Greece. I'll get the call and give him a call. Nope, somebody else calling. Golf 0 Charlie November November. Roger, Golf 0 Charlie November November. Roger, Roger, thank you for the 5-9. You're 5-5 with me, 5-5. My name is Ian, India Alpha November. Ian, just testing out a new multi-band vertical antenna, 2017 and 15. First contact on 17, so thank you for that. You're 5-5 with me, S Sierra Victor 9, India Oscar India, Golf 0, Charlie November November. Bye-bye, thank you. 7-3, good luck.
Good luck, man. Nice time. Sure, Sierra Victor now.
Somebody up here as well. Quiet band. There's FT8 down there. S9 plus. There's somebody again. I thought while we're waiting, we'll just check SWR. It was 1-to-1 about 3 weeks ago when we did the test with the analyzer. 1.7 at the bottom. I think I've put it together in a hurry. 1.7, 1.7. So I need to adjust that. I've maybe got the elements too close together going up the pole, but it is a temporary test installation, so that's probably still okay for, well, I've made one contact on it anyway. Go back up here again. So I've just used the tuner to get rid of that slight SWR.
Have a great day weekend, my friend, and good DX. EA7KN, Oscar Radio 4 Unity. Thank you. 5x7, 5x8 with a little QSB for a moment and your signal. My personal name is
David. The bottom of Spain, near Gibraltar.
Delta QSB. Right, 783. Anyone else? Take all for 7 Kilo November CQ 17.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
The Golf 0 Charlie again?
Golf 0 Charlie November November CNN, Roger.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. G0 CNN. Very good afternoon, Ian. Thank you for the listen my call. My personal name is David, Delta Alpha Victor Indy Delta. And your good signal, Ian, you're 5 and 9 plus Q.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Roger, David. Oh, pleased to hear that. You're 5'9" here as well. Just testing a new homemade antenna. It's a multi-band vertical dipole set for 20, 17 and 15. So just working my way up through the bands, giving it an on-air test, just to confirm that the tune is correct, the analyzer, sorry, and that it does actually work. And it seems to anyway. Echo Alpha 7 Kilo November, Golf 0 Charlie November November.
My Golf 0 Charlie November November, Echo Alpha 7 Kilo November. Okay, great signal, Ian, and congratulations for your setup. Doing excellent job with your vertical antenna. I think that the photograph of the keywords.com is the DX Commander. Okay, I am running with the homemade XP at the 3 meters above the ground, beaming into your direction, Ian, and reuse the Fox Tango DX10 with the homemade microphone, and approximately 500 watts peaking POP is the power.
Yeah, Roger, David. A bit of QSB okay on the setup at your end. Yes, I'm using an FTDX10 and 100 watts. It's a DX Commander pole on this one, but not the one on QRZ. This is vertical dipoles. Vertical dipoles.
Rest of the weekend. 73.
Bye bye, 73.
73. Anyone else? Echo Alpha 7 Kilo November.
Right, that was a good test for 18. Not many people on. 17 meters. Sorry. Right, I'm going to pop out in the heat. I've got the garage door half shut here, and put 15 on. Hopefully there's somebody on 15. 15's been poor for weeks, but the contest might make it a bit lively. Bear with me. Right, so that probably took less than a minute. So you see 18's gone dead. Now we've unplugged it. Oh, still getting David there. So we've gone to 15, and we'll check the SWR because this one was, I think, about 1.5 to 1. So we'll just, that was an empty frequency. We'll try that SWR. 2.5 to 1. 2 to 1. That's a lot higher than, again, I think I've put it together not as good as I should have. 3 to 1, that was right, yeah. The dip was around about 300, something like that. 2.5. So apologies, I think that's my fault. That. Right, I'm going to find some stations, tune that out, and see where we go. So the thing to remember is I've literally just temporarily threw this together on the lawn. If you were creating a permanent setup, or you were going to use this as a permanent, well, a regular portable setup, you'd have the measurements of where the coax is on the pole. You'd be more careful with the spacing, I suspect. Or you could even use spreader plates, which is one thing I haven't done. So I'll have a spin around and see what we can find. Lots of signals. Golf 0 Charlie November November. Roger, 5927.
Charlie 4 whiskey.
You caught me out there. Who's that big one?
Alpha. Delta Juliet.
Madeira.
Again?
Madeira Islands. Just tune. I would normally tune all this in and put them in memories, but I haven't been on the band before.
The Romeo Charlie. Again? A Victor uniform.
Strong signal.
Okay, the Victor uniform Charlie. Victor, Romeo to Victor, Romeo Charlie. Thank you very much. 5936. Thank you, Charlie. Quebec 9 Alpha.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
0 Charlie.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
G0CNL, 5936.
Roger 5927.
Thank you. Fox Pasture Gateway Hotel 5936.
To Papa Radio 597. For Golf Hotel November 5939. Thanks, 4X1 Delta X-Ray.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Victor Sierra 5939.
This is Israel.
IU2 Charlie Victor Sugar 5939. Thanks, 4X1 Delta X-Ray.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Golf 0.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Golf 0 Charlie again.
Golf 0 Charlie November November. Charlie Norway Norway.
Charlie Papa Mexico 5939. Thanks, 4X1 Delta X-Ray.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
SC1 Whiskey Tango 4X1 Delta X-Ray.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Go again. Golf 0.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Golf 0 Charlie November November.
Roger Roger 5927.
Roger 5939. Thanks, 4X1 Delta X-Ray.
That took some doing. Well, we got some contest exchanges there on 15. There's not much real DX on still. The band's full of Europeans. But yeah, so things worked. I think it just shows the antenna make a good permanent installation, as we saw on the first video where it was all tuned in. This time I've put it together in the heat. Maybe I haven't put it together as accurate as I should have, and yeah, that's lesson learnt for me. So it's maybe one for permanent installations or very careful portable ops. Right, I'm going to venture out in the heat and take it down now. See you in a bit. So here I've got the antenna all broken down. I know where I went wrong on the on-air tests. I had these connectors too close together on the pole, so they're equally spaced in thirds. Imagine a triangle, but when you do connect one and it's live, what I did for the analyzer test, the early video, I pushed these out of the way and taped them on the pole, so they were effectively around the back of the pole, so they were as far away from this live one as possible. And then every time I swapped one over, I made sure the other two out of the way. But in this video, in the baking heat, I forgot, and I had these two very close. I don't think they were touching, but they were close. So that just shows to stop these interacting, keep them out of the way when they're not in use. Spreader plates up the pole would be great. It would keep all the elements further apart. I think if you had a spreader plate down here, just as somewhere to rest these and tape them out the way, I think that would be a good thing as well. So just something to remember if you're building this yourself and putting it together. When you've got one live, try and keep the other two as far away as possible. Right, so here we go on the measurements. So this is the base. Now this bottom piece can be any length really, up to the point where the first element, the longest element, splits the braid. But clearly in this design, lower is better, so you can reach this to change the tips. So here from the top of the choke to the end of this SO239 barrel is 9 centimeters. So that's the basis of all the elements. So this is part of the bottom half of each dipole element. So you'll find when we measure the tips, all the tips will be slightly longer than this bottom half, because there's this bit to add on. So that's why that's the case. So let's measure the tips. So the 20 meter element from the tip of that PL259 to the cut in the braid is 477.5 centimeters, and the tip of the 20, remember it's from the plug, so this won't be half because we've got extra on the Fair-Rite end. So from the tip of the 20 we are just move it out of the way, 484.5 centimetres, and this is 17 metres. So again, from the tip of the PL259 to the break in the braid is 345.5 centimetres, and that tip from the break in the braid is 354.5 centimetres. So that's the measures for the 17 element. So finally on this build with 15 metre element, that's 315.25 centimetres, and here at the top end that's 322.5 centimetres. So that's the final measure on the 15. And anyone quick on the maths will have realised that my tips and bases on those three bands weren't all equal lengths. The 20 and 15 elements were 2 centimetres shorter for some reason. My trimming must have went awry, but I blame it on the heat. Anyway, this table, you can see here the green columns show the bands that we've tuned, 2017 and 15. The middle column is the real wavelength in metres for those frequencies that we want, and you can see on the right hand side the maximum percentage of wavelength for our cut coax was about 46%. So you can see that total length column there. That includes the 9 centimetre base, those total lengths. So I've used that 46% as a basis for the bands we haven't used, 12, 10 and 6. If you use that as a starting point for those lengths and trim back the coax, tune the lowest band first and work your way up like I did. If you start at 46% of the length, then you won't go far wrong, I don't think. Remember, if you're trimming, it's 2-to-1 ratio, so if you say trim the base braid by 1 centimetre, the tip needs to be trimmed by 2. Well, I hope you enjoyed that set of videos, and I hope some of you find that really useful. An antenna with no radials can be a big plus for some people if you're not allowed to put them out, or you haven't got the space, you want to be a bit discreet on your deployment. Then there's a basis of an antenna there. It works on the pole alone. You might want to try spacers and spreaders as well. Thanks for watching. 7-3.